Welcome to my YouTube channel on history within the framework of the excellence of classical culture. Unfortunately, we were born and raised, all of us, in an environment in which history is ignored, even banned, or relegated to a kind of arbitrary fairy tales. At best, if we succeed in overcoming this tiny level of ignorance, we cling to the pseudo-poetic and Manichaean versions of the events of the past that we like most. Versions that have been fabricated, in fact, for the sake of ideological interest. The ideological outbursts that spoiled our love for history, with a capital letter, are basically two. On the one hand, the 18th and 19th century liberalism that got us on our knees in the face of the fantasy that God doesn't intervene in history. On the other hand, historical materialism that persuaded us that the human being and his historical achievements are only moved by violence and our digestive system. Thus we move from classic big history to tiny history. But history is not that. History is a science whose material object is humanity, and whose formal object is its past in the light of written and non-written documentation and tradition. History is the pursuit of truth, of pure and hard facts, whether they please us or not. That is to say, usually when we compare pleasant historical fantasies to the pure and hard facts, the documented ones, our initial bewilderment doesn't help to put in question what we have been taught and that has ended by liking us. We reject the certain disconcerting by the pleasant uncertain. We are conditioned almost to put above the solid truth our emotions and feelings. Let us seize the opportunity to question all those ideological fantasies in which we were formed, rather deformed, and question once and for all these modern cobwebs. Therefore, in these audiovisual discourses in three languages, English, French and Spanish, and helped by one of the richest private libraries in my country, we will attack against this myth and invite you to see history with the eyes of the perennial culture, the classical culture. We invite you to see universal history and ours, the homeland history, as an integral history, complete, without tearing out the pages that bother us. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and share. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and our page on Facebook, or follow me on Twitter. And let's talk about history within the framework of the inexhaustible magnificence of classical culture.